Oh, no. Okay, we're green.
I've been recording.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh. But you didn't?
Oh, well.
Really?
Yeah.
But it wasn't 9 o'clock
It's
yet.
recording. It's okay.
It wasn't 9 o'clock yet,
It's recording now.
Oh, wait. Should I do it?
Yeah, what you want.
Oh, okay. Hello!
Happy Sunday, people.
It was not 9 o'clock yet.
Welcome to the beautiful Walls Dungeon Tavern. I'm James.
I'm Evie.
This is Living for
Oh,
Crits.
crap. Wait. Oh, my God. You didn't say Judge.
I tricked you.
Oh, my God.
And there's Ridley. I think he's leaving. Bye,
Oh,
Ridley.
man. I'm not thinking right now. I'm just vibing.
You're just dancing.
What is that?
We've had our tea
What is
delivery.
that?
That's our Kickstarter shout out.
Oh, my God. Wait, what?
Yeah, you'll see. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, my God. Wait,
No,
what?
it's just, we can't talk about it yet. It's that cute and that awesome. Here, I'll show you a little, before anyone else knows what it is. Look at these.
Oh, my God.
I know, I can't talk about it, right? It's going to be cool.
Are we
I hope
going to get some?
I don't know, we're going to see. All right, anyway, Greg and Shannon are here. What's up? Hope everyone's
poppin'?
having a good night,
Rose.
a good evening, a good weekend. Hope there's been some good gaming.
He's coming back.
The dog's coming
Ridley.
back. Are you going to come back on the show?
Haha.
You are a special guest? I guess so. The weird doodle himself, Ridley, is featured. I guess you're just gonna pet him though. You're just gonna hang out there.
Oh.
What's up, Dev? Oh, the dog's coming over. For whatever reason, come over here. Come back here, Ridley. Back here.
Ridley.
Now push back. Hey.
On. No,
Come in the back. This way.
Come
You
Ridley.
can't be on the show that way.
Ridley,
Come here.
Gotta come over here.
You have to come over here. If you want to be on the show, you come over here. Up, and he's back on.
Wow.
He's just gonna hang out down here. Anyway. All right, well, we got some fun stuff to talk about tonight, especially since this week we started shifting over into a new campaign with our Tuesday night group. The Shrubs themselves
Shrub.
are this Tuesday are starting out by playing a Fantasy Age campaign. So after last Sunday's show, I got to thinking about running something where the players got to have a little more say in their characters. So you put our DCC X-Troll game on hold. And through the week, we've been doing some collaborative campaign design. I got a subscription to Inkarnate, which is a map-making, developing software. And I've been drawing maps, like fantasy maps and town maps. And it's been pretty awesome. And most importantly this week, apparently, I'm not a child anymore?
I'm not.
Oh, you're not a child anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bab
Why
and
is that?
Bab and John still think I'm a child.
Why aren't you a child anymore?
I just am not.
But why not?
I'm just magically not.
Because it was your birthday this week.
Yeah, it was. And now
So
I'm not a
happy
child.
birthday to Evie.
I'm not a child.
The big 1-4.
Very big.
That's
Oh,
craziness.
15's gonna suck though.
Why?
Because I hate that number.
What's wrong with 15?
Like, okay, 14 sounds cool. 15 sounds disgusting. But then
Why?
16 sounds nice. But, like, 17's the best.
How does that work?
I just, in my mind, like, 15 sounds so bad. Like,
I had a good
15.
17.
17 just
I
sounds
had a
the
really
best.
good Planescape campaign when I was 17. When I was 14, I had a really good Dark Sun campaign.
Like that shirt that you have?
Yeah.
Dark Harder.
Anyway, we're going to talk a bit about our Fantasy Age campaign that we're starting off, and Judge Evie's character in general. I said Judge, look at that. And to answer Greg's question, it is a very similar system to Dragon Age. And we'll talk about that too. And you'll probably hear a bit about the campaign going on, because for the first time in 4 years, I will not have an active Dungeon Crawl Classics campaign going on, which is kind of crazy.
Wow.
I've always had one active, and
Well,
2020...
we just have one on hold.
It's on hold. We have 2 DCC
There's 2.
campaigns on hold now, sort of.
Wow.
There's nothing wrong with trying new things and new games. And you know what? This is a good time to go to Judge Evie Presides. We have a really cool question from Greg this week we're gonna answer.
First, we have to inform everyone that, I guess so Greg was typing this, he spilled iced tea all over his keyboard.
Sorry. That sucks, Greg. I'm sorry. I hope you have a new
Hope
keyboard.
your keyboard's okay.
Or you had enough rice to put your keyboard in to, like...
How does that even work? How's the rice work?
The rice absorbs all of the the liquid and humidity from the...
But it's like hard.
Well, it's not as... It's like porous and stuff, and it soaks it in.
So does it turn into like a sloop once
No,
you take the thing out?
there's not enough liquid in the rice to do that.
So it looks
There's
the
no
same
sloop.
when you take it out?
Pretty much.
Oh.
I wouldn't cook with
So then
it.
where does it go?
into the rice.
But it's still hard.
That may be, but it still goes into the rice. How about you read the question?
Okay. How many game systems does the average gamer know? I've played 3.5, that one. D&D, Pathfinder, Aberrant. That. Age, Cypher, my thing's being stupid and won't do the thing again.
Oh no.
Savage Worlds and Cortex. Oh, and the FFG Rogue Trader.
Dark Heresy.
And there's an there. It seems like too many.
Well, how many game systems do you know? I know how many you've played. How many do you know?
1. No or played.
That you would feel comfortable sitting down and playing today.
I mean, I'll play like anything.
I know, but how many would you say you know?
I don't know like anything besides like Savage Worlds and like DCC.
All right, so you know 2.
But like I've played a lot more than that. Like
right.
Played like over like it's just been a while since I've played like the other games. So I don't know them as of right now, but I knew them, but I don't know them now.
I would feel
it's been a while.
I would feel comfortable running most any OSR games. I've played so many of them, from Adventures in the Eastmark to Basic Fantasy RPG to Dungeon Crawl Classics, like AD&D Second Edition. I could run and play that. Basic D&D, I could play that. The 4 games that I'm more actively running in 2020 would be Savage Worlds and Shadow of the Demon Lord, Cypher System, Savage Worlds, DCC, and Shadow of the Demon Lord. And now I'm adding Fantasy Age to 2020.
Wow.
So I don't know if the average gamer can run. I mean, actively, I have a hard time, like, keeping things together after so many games. So if I start playing too many at once or in close succession, I start to mix up. Like, I don't even play 5e. I played it 2 times. And yesterday during our Shadow of the Demon Lord finale, I kept saying Inspiration instead of Fortune. So that was kind of confusing. But how many do you all play actively? I mean, what's the average count? I could run Alternity. I could run, what's over there? ElfQuest. I could run Deadlands Classic. I could run Bug Hunters from the old Amazing Engine system. I could run a lot of games. The question, no or run?
It's no.
It's no. So, I mean, if that's the case, you could run 1 game.
Yep.
And I could run everything I just mentioned. Because
Bab's here.
Yeah, Bab is here.
You're late, Bab.
That was a great question, Greg. As always, send your questions to dccjudgeevie@gmail.com. I guess soon to be fantasyagevie@gmail.com, right?
No.
No, you're not going to change your email?
No. Why you keep...
I don't know.
You keep, shoving me. You're like, no.
Dad plays 5e, Powered by the Apocalypse, Roll for Shoes, and Inspectors. I haven't even heard of Inspectors or Roll for Shoes. I've heard of Powered by the Apocalypse, though. A lot of folks play 5e. I had a question on Twitter of asking me to compare or contrast 5e to Fantasy Age. I don't know enough about 5e to compare and contrast. So I know that there's similarities and that Rob Schwab worked on both. So I know that. Let's talk about Tavern Tale.
Tavern Tale.
This is the name that I'm naming. This is the title of our campaign, our new campaign for Fantasy Age. I have the Fantasy Age screen up. Just like I have to do, I ordered everything for it that I could. Oh. I didn't order any of the Blue Rose stuff or the Expanse stuff. I didn't order Titan's Grave. I figured I'd be making my own setting for this. Well, we'd be collectively creating it, because the one special thing with this campaign is that as the players make their characters, I take as much information as possible and I throw it into the world. And we're building the world around the characters and the players' interactions and their thoughts and decisions. And this game really is, so you don't know, Fantasy Age runs off the AGE system, the Adventure Game Engine system, by Green Ronin and Chris Pramus. There's the book. When you hold the book up in a way that people can see it, this is the basic rulebook for Fantasy Age. It has some
I'm trying to get no glare.
Awesome cover. I want that cover art printed and put on my wall. Actually, the guy, what's the guy's name that does it? It's like Petrov, something Petrov. It's Svetoslav Petrov does the cover art. and he also has some of the cover art for Shadow of the Demon Lord.
Is
and
this also? Oh, that's Dragon Age.
well, I was gonna get that in a second. If you've heard of, if you know who Green Ronin is and Chris Pramas, and you've kind of heard of Fantasy Age, maybe you also know Dragon Age, the game that it was based off of, or at least the game system. So Electronic Arts had a video game called...
Why is this taped together?
I'll say in a second. Electronic Arts had a video game series called Dragon Age. There was Dragon Age 1, Dragon Age 2. I was in love with both of them. Dragon Age Inquisition, which I still haven't finished. And there was an RPG based on the games licensed to Green Ronin. And this is the core book, the busted core book that I have for Dragon Age.
So
I played it
weird.
only two times, both with Mark
You've
Plor
only played
GMing
it
it.
twice, and you already broke the book.
Well, what happened was I was reading the book in my bedroom, and I was getting up out of bed, and I dropped the book. And the book is so heavy, I just split the hell out of the spine. So this is the Dragon Age book, and it is meaty as all get out. But it's the same system, the same mechanics, a couple modifications, but not by much. So if you've played Dragon Age, either from the old box sets that came out for it or the core book, you know the game. And if you remember that tabletop, and Will Wheaton had the Titan's Grave series of actual plays way back like in 2016, back in the old days of or 15, it was 15 or 16, I can't remember, of when actual plays were starting to become more popular, right?
Yeah.
You could watch Will
You
Wheaton
posted some of those.
GM. I did way back then.
Wow.
Chris Pramas GM Dragon Age for Wheaton and his crew, and then Wheaton ran a Titan's Grave campaign, which was a setting that he worked on and crap, you know. Yeah, it was 2016 was before Trump. Bab, that is
Bab said you don't
very
take good
true.
care of your books.
I know that's not true. I drop one book, the rest I take really good care of. I promise. But this game is my tribute to Japanese RPGs like like Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest, and most recently Octopath Traveler. And I made the game very elemental in nature. There's 4 elements. Everything's connected to 4 elements. And there's some dashes of Miyazaki movies in there, like Ponyo and all that stuff. And I don't know. It's the first time in over 5 years I've made it. I've helped work on an original campaign setting from scratch. And we have 13 pages of campaign outline material already. So it's just pretty nuts.
Already 13
There's
pages?
13 pages of material.
Why are there so many?
Because we've got things named, and we've got, because of Josh's help, we have crime syndicates worked out. And because of, backstory from you and the eldest sibling and from, your friends,
Bab.
we've got more background. Bab and Evie are playing twins.
No, we're not twins.
I'm sorry, playing brother and sister, right?
Nope.
Just sisters.
Yep.
I can't remember. Oh, that's right. Okay. You're playing sister characters, which are finished.
We're Bonnie and Clyde Part 2.
Why don't you name your character? Tell us your characters. Let's talk
It's
about your
already
characters.
named. It's
But
Bonnie.
and explain to our viewers
This is my character.
your character.
Bonnie Summers. What is this?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What is that?
That's just a note.
Look, I'm Bonnie Summers. Oh, that's not it.
All right, well, tell the viewers of our show about Bonnie Summers, the most evil vampire name ever.
I know, right? It's so cool. Actually, in Vampire Diaries, there's a witch named Bonnie, and we are blooded, vampires. But we're hybrids, because we're, only half, and that's really cool. So, okay. So, basically, should I tell the backstory kind of?
Yeah, I think you should tell the backstory of your character. Because the backstory of your character and Bab's character, so Bonnie and Cordelia Summers. Heiresses of the vicious Summers vampire lord Summers.
Yeah.
Of those islands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and tell the backstory.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna get this 100% because it's changed and I don't remember the changed version.
Go for it.
So you can probably gonna correct me because I don't
viewers we
remember
lose.
Okay, so basically.
Sunnydale.
So we're from this island place and it's tropical, so it's tropical, and the native people there were they weren't people, they were vampires.
The
right?
vampires rule over the humans there.
That's what I meant to say. So Yeah, and then they're there, and then there was this giant war thing, and then people got like we got in a fight, and then our older brother got kidnapped. He got snatched in battle, and so yes, they were.
Just keep telling the story. Don't listen to them.
So Fab, you write the backstory in the comments. We're gonna see how close I get. So basically, our brother was like snatched, and so then our parents were like, "Oh no!" and then they blamed us for him getting snatched. Right? That was right.
Kinda.
Yeah. So okay, and then they went on their life. They like kicked us out. Right? They kicked us out, and we had to go live with our nurse person. She snuck us out. Right?
She snuck you out.
She snuck us out.
Your blood nurse.
Our blood nurse. What's named? I wish it was Magenta Abagenta. I wasn't allowed to
was it
pick
Magenta
that.
Was it Magenta Abagenta?
It should be Magenta
But it wasn't.
Abagenta. Yeah, but it should have been. So I wanted to name her Magenta Abagenta. That didn't happen. So then she took us, and I don't know, my hair keeps going behind my head. So she took us all the way to the new town that we live now.
Leafport.
That one, yeah. And now we live there.
And the reason we're calling it Tavern Tale is because
we're making a tavern.
The campaign is built around what happens when you're running a tavern.
Yeah.
And
Bonnie's gonna be the entertainment that does improv.
And Tavern Tale 1, because hopefully there's a series of these. And Cooper built a character in this realm as well, named Ember, and I'm calling his campaign Tavern Tale Mystic Quest. I should also note it's Tavern Tale 1, Sorcerer's Hero Realms Under Bold Bright Skies, or
Shrubs.
Tavern Tale 1, Shrubs.
Yeah.
It's always sunny in Leafport, Josh says. What did you think about making the character?
It took a while.
Do you think it did? It didn't take too long with Numero Uno. Why did it take so long with you?
I mean, also, it was just bad. Was also there.
I was trying to do it with 2 players at once. That was hard.
Yeah.
That was a challenge. Well, what does your character do? Like, besides the fact that you're a mage, what kind of stuff can you do?
Well, I cast spells.
But what magic?
Oh, okay. So basically, the arcanas, those things. Yeah, like the magic stuff. Yeah. So Bonnie's like cool, like a good person, but like a mystical person, because she's got healing and then shadow, and
Very
so she's like
weird
good
selection
and
of
bad.
magic.
Well, you suggested it. I think probably.
No, I suggested shadow, and you said healing.
Well, because they need a healer, so it's like good and bad.
That's fine. You do whatever you want.
Yeah, so there's that, and so I can heal people, and then I also have this necklace that's like a cool crystal thing, and yeah. So here, where's it at? I need to wait. I was looking at.
It's your arcane focus is your necklace. I don't know where you wrote it at though.
It's up here.
Okay.
Was it supposed to be down here?
Doesn't matter where you
Oh
put
my
it.
gosh, we drink blood because we're vampires.
Let's see. Bab says Cordelia and Bonnie are 2 blooded vampires that live in a
Half-blooded.
small island chain that we roll over and drank the blood of the humans on the islands. The islands are one big battleground between the Earth and Fire kingdoms. In a battle, our brother chose to get captured rather than let Cordelia and Bonnie die. Because of this, our parents considered us disgraces and exiled us from the islands. Instead of letting us die, our blood nurse stole us away to her hometown, Leafport. That is awesome. That is fantastic. So, Bab, you have got it. That is exactly what happened.
That's what I said.
You really did. Yeah, is it? Is it though?
That's only one of 2. Okay, here we go.
All right, Cordelia is a rogue and learned how to steal really well. Bonnie, a mage, built her craft around healing, but when Cordelia became more and more protective, she learned shadow magic as a way of rebellion.
Yeah.
And Bonnie's magic can help Cordelia sneak.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good pair. It's so far the party consists of 2. So blooded is like an ancestry out of the Fantasy Age companions. We have a blooded rogue, and you can be any kind of monster blooded. We came up with the idea of vampires because they wanted to play vampires. So it's a blooded rogue, a blooded mage, a half gnome, half drac. And drac is like a dragon person, like a dragonborn. So a Nodra, a half gnome, half drac warrior. That's what Maggie's playing.
Yo.
Kid numero uno, my eldest, is playing an elf warrior who's very piratical and fights like 2 long cutlasses and is the bartender of the bar. Who else do we have? We've got Josh.
John.
Josh
John.
is playing a human rogue who is a pistol user. And then finally, we have Sarah is joining, who is Josh's sister.
John.
And Sarah is playing Zara, the halfling mage. So it'll be a really good game. And Sarah is a new addition to the Shrubs, has been viewing the Shrubs from afar, but has not played with us yet. So that should be cool.
Shrubs.
So anyway, that's the start of it, and we'll have more to say about the game and the system as we play. Mage rogue heavy party. No, it's 2 mages, 2 rogues, and 2 warriors. It's totally even, actually. It's complete party balance.
Wow, that's a first in the Shrubs.
I know.
Wow.
So not Zara. Zara is Nodra. Oh, I'm sorry. Sarah is not Zara. Zara is the Nodra. I'm sorry. Sarah is not the Nodra. Sarah and Zara, the fact that names are so similar, is going to throw me off bad. So Dev asks, is it D6 or D20? So the age system is D6 based. It's 3 D6s, so it's a bell curve on all your rolls. But what makes it a little different is whenever you have doubles, so if you were to roll a 13 and 2 of them were 4s, it's called a stunt. And you get these stunt points to spend based on whatever die the 3 is your stunt die. And those stunt points can be used to skirmish, to move in and out of combat, to take a second action, to cause 2d6 more damage. You can spend them. So it's like having feats. It's very similar to the Warrior's Deed die from DCC or MCC. So it's a really tight system. I would heavily recommend people looking at it. It's also incredibly cheap. So you can get the basic rules for $19.99 on Amazon. The book itself is $29.99, for the hardback. If there's one thing I gotta say about their books, they're incredibly well built. Now, the one that I dropped doesn't count because I dropped it from 5 feet up, right? But this one is this is like the basic rule book. This is very sturdy, and I'm quite the fan. It's basic. It's 140 pages. There's not a lot in here. There's just enough to get going. But you can get the screen. There's a companion that expands character selection. It adds new talents and new races and new specializations. There's only 3 classes in the game. There's warrior, there's rogue, and there's mage. But at 4th level and 12th level, you get to add specializations. So that kind of did come from, or I feel like it came from fantasy or Dragon Age. Because in Dragon Age, you got only 4 or 3 classes to choose from. But then you get to specialize into other classes later on. And your rogue might be a bard. You get the bard specialization later. Or maybe your mage is an elementalist. So that way it's kind of similar to Shadow of the Demon Lord a little bit. In that, you start out with a path, and the path changes over time. And Greg says spell stunts are interesting. I played the game, like I said, 2 times have I played Dragon Age, and once have I played, Fantasy Age at Gen Con 2015. So, with Mark Plord. So anyway, that is our Fantasy Age discussion. We're going to move into featured organization for good today. And with everything kind of going on in the world, I'm going to take this a little more political. And today's featured organization for good is the American Civil Liberties Organization, or ACLU. That's right, we're going that way tonight. Some folks may say this is too political, and to them I say, if you think that and you have issues, then please find yourself another father-daughter show to watch on Sunday nights. The ACLU dares to create a more perfect union beyond one person, party, or side. Our mission is to realize that this promise of the United States Constitution for all and expand the reach of its guarantees. So, check out more at aclu.org, and there you go. So we're going to take it in that direction tonight. Kickstarter shout out. This is what Evie was talking about. That was so cute. The RPG Squeeze Series 2 Squishy Dungeon Crawl Critters. And I'll have a link I'll put the link in the chat window here. And then I'll put the link in the show notes.
Are they like squishies?
But these are like blind box RPG squishies. There's 25 days to go. They're at $35,000 right now. This is the second time through. It looks like so they have done a series 1 already, and this is the second series, and they're just squeezies. And I'm not sure how great I feel. I think I might get one of them because they're blind boxes. You have no guaranteed choice of what you're going to get. I'd hate to get all Igor cherries or all gelatinous cubes.
No, you should get 2.
I don't know. I think with my luck, I get the runs I don't want.
No, you should get 2. So we can each have one.
Well, we'll see about that, but we'll have there's the link. You've got it in there. You can take a look. For Road Crew shoutouts this week, I don't have anything to talk about. You should email those to us if you want us to talk about them, especially online cons. Gen Con Online is going on right now. If you haven't signed up for events, take a look and see if you can, if you want things to do in a couple weeks. It's going to feel weird not having Gen Con. That'd be very odd. I know that for us, we're going to be focusing a lot this week and next week. I vacation next week on updating the Dungeon Tavern. We have stuff coming in.
And the basement
basement part. Yeah, in the basement part. So, not sure how much gaming we're going to do outside of our regular gaming. I did end my Shav the Demon Lord game yesterday, and we're taking about a month off and coming back with a new Demon Lord campaign. So that'll be cool. Where can our viewers find us online?
At I Live for Crits on Twitter, Living for Crits on Instagram, and search Living for Crits on YouTube.
As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay together. And no, Bab, you don't get to play Demon Lord until you are a lot older. And I'm going to outro ASMR by calling Evie a spoony bard.
What does that even mean? Okay, well, I was going to say hot potato.
Good night, everybody.